Hello and welcome to 1 p.m. Weekly News, where we bring you the latest news and stories on climate change, sustainability, and a rapidly changing world. I'm your host, Shelby Kammerer. Let's get into it. 53 deaths have been reported in Maui after wildfires devastated the city of Lahaina last week. The fires moved quickly, leaving little time for effective evacuation efforts. Residents noticed smoke and rushed to help each other escape and seek shelter. Reports state that it, quote, looks like a bomb went off. At the time of recording, this is still a developing story. In global news, for the first time in 14 years, 8 member nations of the Amazon Cooperation Treaty Organization met with the goal of addressing deforestation in the Amazon rainforest. Brazil has promised to end deforestation in their country, but they are pushing for a regional policy to do the same by 2030. The meeting resulted in a 113-point agenda of cooperation, which included the creation of the Amazon Alliance to fight deforestation. But the member countries failed to agree on goals to protect their own forests. The declaration did, according to Reuters, strongly assert indigenous rights and protections, while also agreeing to cooperate on water management, health, common negotiating positions at climate summits, and sustainable development. In the U.S., glacial flooding in Juneau, Alaska caused the total loss of 2 homes and damage severe enough to condemn 6 other buildings. A side basin of the Mendenhall Glacier typically acts as a dam for rain and melted snow, preventing it from overwhelming the Mendenhall Lake and River. But warming temperatures have melted the glacier and caused floods each summer since 2011. Local residents are wondering if their homes and community can survive. Next, in Maryland, the state's largest water utility just sued companies like DuPont and 3M for polluting the water supply with PFAS, or forever chemicals. PFAS are linked to numerous poor health outcomes, including cancer and infertility. Thousands of other suits have been brought against 3M over PFAS pollution. 3M said in a statement that they have entered into, quote, a broad class resolution to support PFAS remediation for public water suppliers. But the Maryland utilities suit wants to end the use of PFAS altogether. Meanwhile, in Youngstown, Ohio, the company Sobey Energy Solutions intends to use the process of pyrolysis to convert old tires to steam energy. This is an example of what the chemical industry refers to as, quote, advanced recycling. But U.S. government researchers have found that this process requires significant amounts of energy to complete and emits pollutants and greenhouse gases. In a community meeting in Youngstown, residents and environmentalists question the safety of having these processes occur in their downtown. Next, Florida is following in the footsteps of other U.S. states' attempts to sow disinformation regarding climate change. Governor Ron DeSantis, a Republican presidential candidate, has come under fire for his education department's newly released curriculum standards. Content approved under the new standards include videos from Prager University Foundation, or PragerU, an organization that produces educational videos that downplay the horrors of slavery, attack LGBTQ issues, and cast doubt on accurate climate science. PragerU has received millions of dollars in funding from individuals and foundations who oppose climate regulations. Florida's climate miseducation is especially concerning as marine life in Florida's coastal waters are facing record-high water temperatures. In July, a buoy in Manatee Bay logged a measurement of 101 degrees Fahrenheit, or 38.3 degrees Celsius. This may be a global record high, and sea life from corals to fish are not adapted to this heat. Corals exposed to extreme temperature will bleach, and repeated bleaching can kill whole reefs. And corals are part of a larger ocean ecosystem, creating ripple effects to other species. But finally, some good wildlife news. In July of this year, the Biden administration committed to remediating lands that were damaged by the construction of the southern border wall. The commitment comes as a result of the settlement of a suit filed by a coalition of southern states against the Trump administration for illegal use of taxpayer funds to construct the wall. More than $26 million from the settlement will fund environmental projects including management of endangered species like peninsular bighorn sheep, ocelots, jaguars, and the elusive Sonoran pronghorn, also known as the desert ghost. Those are the latest top-line environmental stories. Please join us again next week for a new episode of 1 p.m. Weekly News.